Right? If Noah's Ark is true, okay, where did Noah get the eucalyptus leaves for the koala bear? Because there are no eucalyptus trees here.
Maybe in the desert.
No. In the desert, they don't even have plants in the desert. How are they going to have eucalyptus trees?
Yeah. Oh, cactus only live there, huh? At the desert. Oh, okay.
Well, that's not true either, but don't worry about it. But you get the point, right? Somewhere here in the Middle East, all right, there's a mountain called Mount Ararat. Actually, it's in northern Iran, I think. It's on the border between Turkey and Iran. I think that's where it is, Mount Ararat. And the story is that Noah's Ark, okay, landed there after the flood waters receded, right? And then the animals got out, and then they went all over the world. Okay, so there's a bunch of crazy, incongruous. There are things that just cannot be explained by this model, because this is a model. This is a way of trying to explain how and why the animals are all over the world, and why there are different animals in different places. Okay, and why some animals in some places are the same as or have similarities to other animals in different places. This is the idea of biogeography. Okay, Darwin was actually the father of biogeography as well. Okay, so, but you can see that the Noah's Ark idea, or model, if you will, is completely wrong, because there are no eucalyptus trees here. And besides, how did koala bears get back to Australia? After the flood, they get off the boat, right? So how did the kangaroo and the koala bear get here? How is that possible for them to go from here to over here? Especially if there are no eucalyptus trees to feed the koala bear, and koala bear is very slow. Koala bear doesn't run.
So how?
Well,
Maybe they went in the pouch bag of the kangaroo and go there in that island.
but honey, that's a ridiculous idea. What are the koala? What's the kangaroo gonna do?
So please tell us more about
What I mean, what's the kangaroo gonna do? Build a boat? Look, he's gonna build a boat. Okay, guys, come on, all the marsupials here. You just got off the big boat. Now we're gonna get together. And by the way, all of you are gonna have to get in my pouch. And then when I get here to the ocean, I'm gonna have to build a boat. So you guys are gonna have to come out of my pouch and help me build a boat. By the way, can anybody swing a hammer here? Are there any nails around? Come on, it's a ridiculous idea. It's totally absurd. It's completely and utterly false. I mean, if you really believe in Noah's Ark, the animals here had to go here to get on the boat in the first place, because the entire world was flooded. That's it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, right? It covered the entire world, even the plants, so all the plants died. If the plants are submerged...
So you never believed about the Noah's Ark?
No, because it makes no sense. It's never made any sense to me. When I was about 12 or 11, I still believed it, but after a while, I was kind of like scratching my head and going, hey, that doesn't make sense. And by the way, animals poop. What are you going to do with all the poop on the boat? How are you going to get rid of the poop? And how are you going to feed all the animals? Imagine there are millions of different types of animals in the world. Really. There may be as many as 20 million different species.
Or maybe Noah prepared some food for them.
No, but some food for some animals are extremely specific. And of course, Noah didn't know anything about this. The koala bears eat only, eucalyptus leaves, for example. But there are many animals that have specific dietary needs. And we'll look at the carnivores, right? You think a lion is going to sit around and eat berries and soybeans, right? No, a lion is going to kill another animal. So then you got lions and tigers and other carnivores eating the herbivores on the boat. How are you going to feed the lions and the tigers on the boat? How are you going to feed them? And how are you going to give, an elephant, for example, will consume, an elephant will consume 150 kilograms of forage vegetation every day, every single day. An elephant. Now you got 2 elephants on the boat, right? They're going to, how do we have the time to get all of that and put it on the boat to prepare just for 2 elephants? But then there are hippopotamuses and there's all kinds of different species of deer. You would have to have a huge store of food for all of these different herbivores. And you would have to keep them separated from the carnivores because the carnivores want to eat the herbivores. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a crazy idea. That's why I'm telling you, Noah's Ark is for children. It's a nice story for 5 and 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, maybe even 8-year-olds. But by the time you're 8, 9, 10, you're beginning to think. And by the time you're 13 or 14 or 15, hopefully you're beginning to think abstractly. Okay? And the wheels are really turning up here, and you're asking a lot of questions, and you realize that that's a bunch of hokey, malarkey, bolero, and dago ideas. It's not true. It couldn't possibly be true. It can't explain. It can't explain.
Just got your reaction.
Can't explain
from
the
his
distribution of
lesson.
animals on the planet. It can't explain the diversity of animals. But Charles Darwin explained it. That's the point. Charles Darwin was the first modern biologist because he actually gave us a mechanism for understanding the process.
He's the father of evolution too, right?
Yeah, he's the father of modern biology for that reason, because evolutionary theory is the keystone theory. It holds everything together in biology. But biology makes no sense without evolution. Otherwise, it's just a whole bunch of facts about natural history, and none of it ties together, and none of it's predictive. But once you've got evolution as a model, now you can begin to do research. You can ask other questions. You can expand your horizons, and you can begin to understand why, for example, chimpanzees, their DNA is 98% like our DNA.
Really?
Yeah, really. That's true. Chimpanzee, 98%.
I just knew that from him. My God.
The difference between human beings and chimpanzees, 2%. That's it. That's the only thing. That's what makes us different. 2%. And if you go to a zoo and you watch chimpanzees, I guarantee you can see a lot of things human in chimpanzees. They have fingerprints, and all monkeys, all primates have fingerprints like we do, and their fingerprints are different for the same reason that our fingerprints are different.
Amazing.
They have
Thank you, Juan. We learned a lot from you this evening.
Okay.
Even for a few minutes only.
About the brain.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
You learned a lot about the brain tonight. Okay.
Thank
Wow.
You're welcome. Yeah, your teachers did you a big disservice when they didn't explain themselves. Huge disservice.
Maybe those years that we were studying science, maybe we're just fond of memorizing,
Yeah,
but we
memorizing
didn't
facts.
try to understand those
Right.
You know.
Right. There's a difference between just memorizing facts by rote and then understanding concepts and putting the ideas together.
Because when we studied, we are always doing memorization of the enumeration, the definition, like that. We should memorize the meaning of it, who is the inventor of it, like that, who studied about it.
Right.
That's what we always learned from science, especially during elementary days, grade
Yeah.
6, grade 5, right?
So
But
you-
in high school, we yearly we learn a little bit from our science teachers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you get to do any experiments?
Oh
Any
yeah,
experiments?
yeah. Started
high school?
from biology, second year high school, third year is chemistry, fourth year is physics. Because the first year science we had general science. Okay, Han, thank you so much. We have 11 minutes of video this evening with Melanie. Thank you so much, Melanie. I hope you also learned from my husband. Honey, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Wow. Yay.